What's up, everybody? My name's Nate Greene, and welcome to Game Rehab, where I play games that you sons of bitches didn't play, and then tell you to go play them. Today I'm going to be reviewing Remember Me, a game released in 2013, not the Robert Pattinson movie that was also released around the same time. In Remember Me, you play as Nilin, the amnesiac memory hunter who was recently imprisoned, which resulted in all of her memories being extracted. And if the title wasn't enough of a giveaway, Remember Me is all about memories and memory manipulation. See, every citizen of Neo Paris is equipped with a device called a Sensen, which allows people to record, store, and share their memories. And Nilin is part of the errorist, not terrorist, but errorist movement, which is sworn to take down Sensen technology and its maker, the corporation Memorize. So Remember Me is actually a competent action game with very few downsides. The biggest of which is the controls and combat system. The controls, well, they suck. They're really stiff. It's hard to get Nilin to maneuver into a specific position in the few instances in the game where it's necessary. Now, luckily, Remember Me is very forgiving in those segments, so it's never really an issue, aside from the first time that you play and you don't know how forgiving it is. The combat system, at first glance, is ripped right out of the Batman Arkham series, and you wouldn't be wrong for thinking that. Nilin is impossibly acrobatic when she leaps across the room when you push the punch button to smash an enemy in the face, and she also somersaults over enemies, easily, just like Batman. But where the games differ is that, one, there is no counterattack button. The game does alert you to an incoming attack, but all you can do is dodge out of the way. And two, the combat is combo-based. So as you play through the game, you unlock things called presses, which is just a button. And when they allow you to form your own combos in the game's Combo Lab, which I will get to later on in the review. These combos, however, never change. There's only 4 of them, and for me, it just led to me hammering away on the baddies with just 1 or 2 of the most useful combos I'd made. Sure, I could have changed it up, so maybe you'll think differently, but I found what I thought was the most efficient use of pressins, so I stuck with it. Okay, so I've only got one more real complaint about Remember Me. And it's not really so much a big problem as it is just an annoying one. And that's the game. It has this incessant need to hold your hand through everything that you do. So while playing and getting Nilin from point A to point B, typically you'll have to go jump around some obstacles like, say, Lara Croft. And unlike Lara Croft, Nilin gets all of these fancy fucking arrows to point at every ledge and every obstacle you can jump over or jump around. It's annoying. It breaks everything. It removes all sense of accomplishment you get from completing any segment of the game that involves traversing these areas. So now the part of the review that I'm sure all of you have been waiting for, all 5 of you, that is, the part where I tell you why you should play the damn game. And as you may remember from a few minutes ago, I complained about the combat. But that doesn't mean there aren't good parts to it. First, there's your special abilities called S-Presses, and using these effectively is the only way to win some fights, especially the boss fights. And managing these and their cooldowns is where the Combo Lab comes into play. In the Combo Lab, you have 4 different types of presses. There's damage, regenerative, cooldown, and chain. And for the most part, they explain themselves. Damage pressins exclusively deal damage, regen restores your health, and cooldown reduces the cooldown timer on your S pressins. Then there's chain, which enhances the effect of the pressin that it's placed after. And combining these gives you the combos that you'll use throughout the game. So in any one combo, you can regenerate health, reduce your cooldowns, and deal crazy amounts of damage to the enemies. Or have one combo focused on each. It allows you to tailor your combos to your playstyle, and while it could have used a little more freedom in the combo making, since it only gives you 4 to mess around with, it's a pretty original idea that was implemented well. Now for one of my favorite parts. Remember Me just oozes style, and it knows it. From Nilin's glove to the holograms that litter the world. Sure, they don't always make sense, like the robot with the weird mouth hologram, but they look really damn awesome. And almost everything in the game is enhanced with augmented reality. Warning signs will pop up whenever you're entering a dangerous area, menus pop up, when you pass a restaurant and fictional ads are absolutely everywhere, which makes me think that they're giving us a look into what I'm sure is our not-so-distant future. The bosses of Remember Me are pretty impressive also. The first boss fight against the so-called Kid Crispus is really nothing special. But every boss fight after that improves upon the last by requiring you to use different S-pressings in order to even sometimes do damage against them. But it's the stages during these fights that's easily the best part. For instance, during the fight against the prison warden Madame, the cubes that make up the floor will expand and contract based on Nillen's position on the stage. It comes back to the style that makes up so much of what makes Remember Me so special. Despite the unique setting and look of Neo-Paris, which is impressive more often than not, few of the game's levels actually take place in that AR-type space, which is disappointing because they make up the most impressive and creative levels in the game. Which brings me to the most hyped up aspect of the game, back when the game actually had some hype behind it. Remixing memories. These segments allow Nillen to change someone's memories to suit her needs through what's essentially an interactive cutscene. While remixing memories, you can interact with the set but various pieces of someone's memories to make them believe, say, someone died, or that a particular incident was their fault, or even that they themselves had died and killed them in the process. By messing with all these different triggers, a bunch of different things could happen, from nothing at all happening to a drastic change in the memory based on, say, moving a side table from one end of the coffee table to another. It's a completely unique idea that, while underutilized, is one of the most refreshing parts of Remember Me. The plot is serviceable as well. It takes your cliched amnesiac hero and makes it plausible, based on, the entire idea of the game is fucking around with memories. Nillen's quest to retrieve her lost memories takes her from the sewers of Neo-Paris to its very core, under the guidance of Edge, her mysterious and seemingly malicious ally. Edge's identity is pretty clear from about halfway through, but his reveal is, pretty satisfying anyway. Plus, there are a few twists I didn't see coming, and they were pretty good. Also, Remember Me is strangely good at making you care about even some very minor characters. Ultimately, Remember Me was a victim of its own hype and inability to deliver to those high expectations at the hands of a, at the time, fledgling studio. It's clear that Don't Nod had a very intricate plan set up for the world, and if they had been allowed to explore it further, I think we really would have been in for something special with the second, even third game. Alright, and that's all I have for Remember Me. So remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my reviews and want to watch what I have coming next. Thanks for watching.